Hey everyone, so welcome back. In previous video, just now I teach you about locating an element via text or partial text. And in this video, we are going to go through the last one, which is locating element via XPath. In my opinion, XPath is kind of powerful way to locate an element. We have a lot of ways to do that. So let me show you one by one. And the first one is absolute XPath or full XPath. Let's say we want to interact with this element. You can actually start with HTML, head, body, div. You provide the full address up until here. And it's very hard to do manually. You can actually copy full XPath. Using Control F in here, you can try it out. So it's pointing to this particular element. As you can see, it start with HTML, body, the third div, the first div, the fourth div, the first div, form, table, tbody, first tr, second td, and then input. Why full as path is not recommended is that it's going through a lot of parent, grandparent element here. And let's say your team make a changes in here, and somehow now it's in the second div. So it's no longer available, as you can see in here. Let me zoom in for you. It's no longer available. So any slight changes on the page itself, adding new element anywhere in here, even along the way here, it will break the XPath. So it is not recommended to use full XPath unless absolutely necessary. So that's all for the full XPath. I just want to show to you about it. I'm not going to teach in detail about it. Let's move forward into using partial XPath. I believe you can copy here as well. Copy XPath. This is it's pointing to this, and there's only one of it. So the developer tool will try best to locate using the best way possible to point to this particular element, and it is using uh, all at id equal to house price. So this is actually backslash this is the element, and then square bracket at attribute equal to single quote value close single quote close square bracket. So this is how usually an partial XPath is built. For example, here just now it is an input, and then the attribute is ID, and the value of the ID is C house price, I think. Yeah, so it's pointing to this. So in relative XPath, if I'm not mistaken the name, you can use that syntax just now. Add attribute, what kind of element you are trying to interact with input, what attribute you want to use, and the value of the attribute. We can use ID, we can use name. Oh, sorry. We can use name, we can use value. Find whatever that is unique so that you won't get many element point using this kind of input. So you can use class over here. So and even text, but text you will get a lot, I believe. Yeah, that's 41 element about text. So this is a way you want to use partial XPath or relative XPath. Give it any tag, any attribute that you think having a unique value, and then put in the value over here. For example, ID equal to see house price, and then it is unique. You can see here is unique. There's only one of this exists in this page. And another way is that apart from attribute, you can use tags and hashtag as well. And the way to do this, let's say we want to go to TD align right home price. We want to get this, we want to interact with this element. So you can input all if you're not sure what is the element is, but from here we can know that it's TD. And I like to use a specific one to make sure it's precise. I don't really a fan of the wildcard. So the syntax is slightly different. Let me show you. This is element, and then the syntax for it is tags. Instead of alias tags, it's actually tags open bracket close bracket. So that's the difference between using attribute and using tags. In attribute, it has alias in front and there's no open and close bracket. But for tags, we don't have alias at the front here. We have open and close bracket. And then we can use this home price. And then let's fix it to T. So it's pointing to this one. We find TD where the tax value is equal to home price. And another way is we can use contain contains tax. Yeah, can use contains that. The syntax is contains open bracket tax open bracket close bracket comma, and then the value of the tax in single quote. For example, home. There's actually four. Wait, we have this home price, and then the next one is this home insurance, and then the next one is home insurance increase, and then home insurance. So if you provide home insurance, you should get 3, and then if you provide in, it will only be 1 because it's partially matching home insurance in as only 1. So this is how you use content tags. And another one is the last. Let's go back to this input. It's not the last. Another one I want to teach you is about traversing, following the parent or sibling, and the input at ID equal to see house price. So in XPath, you can find an element and then you can iterate it above or below or the next one. Above is actually you find the parent. For example, this the input, the parent is here. So you can actually use backslash parent, double colon, and the element of the parent, which is TD. And you use all, you can use as well, the TD. So you can see originally we start in input here, and then we go to the parent TD, and to go into the child, actually you can go back to input. So it goes back here. You provide the value of the element of the child. As this is actually kind of the way like you see in the absolute as part before. We can use backslash to go deeper. But for this one, we are going to parent, and then you can go to the parent of the parent here, which is the TR, by providing backslash parent double colon TR. So it goes over there, but that's just for me to show. The next one will be siblings. You can go to, because under the TR we have 3 TDs, and currently we're at the middle. We can go to the top one, which is it's called preceding sibling, and then we go to the next one, it's called following sibling. So let me show you preceding dash sibling, and colon it's TD. So from here it jumps to here, which is the sibling before, and we also able to go to this next one. It's called following sibling. So that's how you traverse to parent and then to sibling. There's a lot more. We can go to the grandparent ancestor, but you can find more information about that. I'm not going to teach you because I rarely use them, and even the parent and sibling I also rarely use. So that's the concept of traversing. So far we have covered full XPath, partial XPath, via attribute, via text, via contains text, and the last one I will go through the index. So let's say you want to interact with this drop down list. First you click on the select name payment unit, and then there's two options here. And then in order to find the two option, you can provide backslash option, and you provide the attribute value equal to P. You can see here the 6, and you can try to use the text percentage. Let's try it. Text equal to percentage of %. There's also 6, because if you notice there's another 5 over here. It's having the same drop down. So how do you want to interact with this? This is the inefficient way, but I'm going to teach you indexing, where you put everything here in a bracket. The whole thing is in a bracket, and then you put in the index. So it's the first index. It will always point to this one. If you use the second one, it will always point to this, the second one. And then if you put in the third one, it will always point to the third drop down. This is one way for you in order to achieve uh, the ability to interact with this, because we only have text, we only have value, the attribute, but somehow it's redundant across 6 different elements. So you can use this way, but I think the option will be to use the sibling, the child. So the correct way would be to use select at name, or I name equal to this one, C down payment unit, and then you go into option, and there's two option. And let's try to use text equal to percentage. Yeah, and this way you will always get the to click on this option. So once after clicking this, it will click here. And if you want the second one, you can use this as well, $sign for second one, or you can use the value P and D, because let's go ahead and try it at P and D. Yeah. So I think instead of using the index one, you can try out to use this one. This one is kind of lucky that we have a parent that's unique, that's easy to use, and is unique. And then we go to the child, which is option value ID. So both will work, and I think this, in my opinion, this is the better design. So we have covered all that there is to know about XPath. It's not that there is to know. We have covered all that's, I think, important about XPath. From the full to partial to attribute matching to text matching and text partial matching, traversing to parent, sibling, And lastly, the indexing that I showed you just now. Yeah. So I think that's all for today's video, and that's all for locating an element in series. So the next one, we will go through the way to handle the web element. For example, here you want to input number, which is you can use type or field, and over here you want to click and we have all others as well hovering over certain element, and then we have, I think, manually clear and manually type and keyboard input for enter. After this you go and enter. So we will go through all of that in the next couple of videos. So far that's all from me. Thank you very much.